Hello. Welcome, welcome. We're going to get started with this week's intuitive card reading. I trust that your 2026 is off to an amazing start. This will be the first card reading for the year, so that's kind of fun. We're going to jump right in. I have all of the decks out that we're going to use today, so we are still in the full moon energy and it's a super moon, and so that's really fun. And so I thought we would start with the Moonology Oracle cards. I don't know if you guys are familiar with these ones, Moonology. And the way I like to do it, we will pull one card for Monday, Tuesday, another card for Wednesday and Thursday, and then the final card will be for the weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And so wherever you're at, I invite you to just close your eyes and allow your attention to go inward. This is not a prediction, and I'm not telling you your future, and this isn't for entertainment purposes. This is a sacred moment for us to come together. It's a collective reading, so your energy absolutely matters. And whenever you're watching this, whether you're with me live or you are watching the replay, the energy is potent right then and right in that moment whenever you're watching it. So follow along with your own breath and know that your intentions matter just as much as me pulling cards. Your open heart and your desire to hear confirmation, receive clarity and direction is just as important as me pulling the cards. We're having a co-creation, you and I, with all of the guides and angels. Okay, so I just invite you to gently close your eyes. You can place a hand on your heart if that feels aligned. And just take a moment to notice your breath and be reminded in this moment that without any effort on your part, you're breathing. And know that the same energy that is handling your breath is also aware of you in every moment, everything that matters to you in your life. And I invite you to just take one deep breath in, really, really deep, and hold it. Slowly exhale. And notice the subtle energy shift from just one deep breath. Take another deep breath in. Hold it. Slowly exhale. And one more time for the power of three. Deep breath in. Hold it. Slowly exhale. Keeping your eyes closed and your attention inward. I invite you to just ask your spirit guides and angels for any clarity, any communication they want to bring forward, any guidance they want to give, anything that they may want to share, any questions they may want to answer for you in this moment of your life. Thank them in advance for the messages that you will receive. Thank yourself for showing up for you. And when you're ready, you may gently open your eyes. And back to this space. So excited. So excited to be here with you. So, Moonology is where we're going to start for Monday, Tuesday's energy. So, just be with us, you know? Sometimes that first week after big holidays is interesting, but truth is timeless. So, whenever you're seeing this, I trust that there's a message for you in there. I don't get in a hurry with cards. I let them guide me. Sometimes they jump out. Sometimes they just pop out. And your energy is so important. This isn't a Jennifer show. This is a us collective sacred moment where we're asking and guiding. We're asking our guides for guidance. We get caught in our own mind sometimes. So it's good to just stop and ask for clarity and let them know, hey, we're tuning in. They're not going to bombard us. They're gently waiting, always patiently waiting for our invitation, always waiting for our invitation. Spirit guides, angels, thank you for trusting me with this beautiful collective. Thank you for allowing me the gift, the opportunity to share. I ask that whatever message you have coming forth for us for this Monday and Tuesday, first week here of 2026, what would you like to share for us? What is this particular collective facing? What would they benefit from hearing and from knowing? Immediately, I'm feeling a slowdown energy, like we've been hurrying and hurrying. Maybe that's just our lifestyle. Maybe it's left over from the holidays, but there's really a call for more stillness, more quietness of the mind and of the body. That was two cards. So I think what I'll do is I will go ahead and pull all of the cards and then we will read them together. I'm going to do Wednesday and Thursday from this Work Your Light deck. I don't know if you can see it. The light's kind of Work Your Light by Rebecca Campbell. We will pull Wednesday and Thursday from this deck. I always let myself be guided which decks to use. Sometimes I use the same deck for the whole reading, and sometimes I'm guided to use different decks. And I just trust. They all have something beautiful and magical to say. It's all important. Thank you, spirit guides, angels, for giving us a message for Wednesday and Thursday of this week, first week of 2026. Thank you for your guidance. We have slowed down. We're taking this moment to tune in. I feel myself like wanting to hurry because I'm like, oh, I don't want to keep you waiting. And that's how we get sometimes, don't it? We get in a hurry, but I don't know about you. Every single time I hurry up, I usually mess stuff up. It's like, forgot my keys or forgot the water. I gotta go back and, stub my toe and, do all the different things because that rush energy, that feeling like there's something else we need to be doing. And we get to fully be present in this moment now. And if for some reason we can't be fully present in this moment now, it's best to just be in the energy of whatever we can be fully present with. Thank you, spirit guides, angels, for bringing us a beautiful collective, jumped right out, collective message for Wednesday and Thursday. And then for the weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, I've got this one, Angels and Ancestors Oracle card. Sorry, the light is like really bright right there. Can you see it? It's by Kyle Gray. If you want to see the decks, I can post it in the box below. I love see like the little owl on there. I love it. Owls are one of my favorites. Thank you, spirit guides, angels, for this message for the collective that's watching this for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Wasn't it? You see? Sometimes I'll think the card is it because it pops out, and then I'll go to grab it and it's like stuck like cement. And I'm like, okay, that's not the card. It's really fun. It's one of the reasons why I love working with cards. It's like they really do play with you, you know? As I said, that like 10 of them came out. Like, no, we're not getting 10 cards. Sometimes the angels are chatty. I'm like, okay, we definitely related. Okay, these ones. I feel a excited energy, so maybe something exciting is going to be happening this weekend. I don't know if you guys have plans or I'm feeling like an excited energy for this weekend already. And I haven't even pulled a card. Like a happiness, like a movement. It feels like a lot of movement, but happy, exciting movement already for this weekend. So let's see what our angels and guides would like to say to us. While I'm doing this, I'm just thinking that there's so much power in our collective energy. There's so much power in our collective energy and how much community is really important. And that's my intention with this channel, with this community is for us to not feel so isolated and not feel so alone. So I'm picking up on that for those of you who may be feeling that. It's so cliche to say you're never alone, but you really are never alone. And I just trust that you can tap into that energy. Bodhi is over here chewing on his toy, and I'm a live and let live. I'm hoping that if you have earphones in, you might want to turn the volume down. I don't know how loud that is. He is living his best life down there chewing on his little squeaker toy. Which, by the way, I thought I had gotten all the squeaky ones up, so I was trying to take care of that, but at least you know this is not AI. Spirit guides, angels, thank you. We feel excited energy for this weekend. And we know that you have a message for us. What do our guides, our ancestors, the angels, what would you like to say to us for this weekend? What is your message for us this weekend? Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, this first week of January. Okay, we got two for that one too. So we got two, one, two. So here we go. I wish I could see him. He's like sitting there with his little squeaky toy in his mouth, just looking at me with these big old beady eyes, and he's so adorable. Say hello to the people because they can hear you. Okay, here we go. Monday and Tuesday, we have meditate and contemplate new moon in Pisces. And don't let your past hold you back with the South Node. And immediately, what is coming up for me is, like I said in the beginning of the video, you can't make this stuff up. Before I even flip the cards over, there's such a call for us to go inward. And I feel like the meditation and the contemplation is so important to master. And meditation to get us to our centered space. because that a lot of times is where the answers come from. The contemplation, I think it can be like a little bit tricky because what are we contemplating on? What are we contemplating on? And I'm going to pause this real quick and see if I can get him to take a different toy because I feel like it might be distracting. Hang on. Okay, he's looking at me like a little stale face, but I gave him a quiet toy anyway. Okay, so with the contemplation is like, what are we contemplating on? Because sometimes we get caught up in what I call stinking thinking. So let our contemplation not be about what if or what about, because we're gonna, 9 times out of 10, our train is gonna take us down a track we don't want to go because that's just like what we've been practicing for so long, right? So in our contemplation, let it be from after, like after a space of meditation, you know, after we have come back to a central, centered space where we are in tune. We're not jumping around in our mind. We're literally in our body and we're still and we're silent and we're quiet. Then we start receiving downloads. We start picking up on things, intuition that has been there, like knock, 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 like let me in, but we're all over the place, right? So when we're in that quiet space of meditation, now we get to contemplate, like, what are the things that you want to create, not just this week, not just this month, not just this year. But what are the things that matter to you? And we're in this full moon energy still, where it's a lot of, I did the full moon ceremony circle last night, and one of the things that's being asked of us in this astrological energy is to stop hiding our real emotional truth. And that's scary as hell. Like, let's just be real. Because number one, what if it disrupts my whole life? Number two is like, do we even know what our emotional truth is? Because we've been so caught up in what our family needs and wants and what we think society needs and wants and whatever our children need and want. Like, we don't get to really take the time to say, what is it that I need and want? And even saying that sometimes can feel like, yeah, but you feel the yeah, but what I need and want is completely different than what they're going to be happy with. And the really brave contemplation here would be, is it okay for me to do what I need and want? Am I willing to allow myself to be okay and to receive what I need and want? And when we have been in the energy of doing and people pleasing for everyone around us, it's really, it can feel challenging and it can feel unfamiliar and uncomfortable, like a shoe that doesn't quite fit. He found another one. Goodness gracious. Maybe we'll just pretend like he's cheering us on. So what is the thing? Contemplate what is the thing that you need and want under this full moon energy. It's asking us to really get real with it, like no more emotional hiding and no more carrying like baggage of unworthiness and self-doubt and all of these things. Like, we're all human. We're all gonna have things that we're not super secure about. We're all gonna have things that we're in the process of learning and we're practicing and we're getting better as we go. And everybody starts somewhere, you know what I mean? And like none of that matters. What matters is that you are allowing space for you You're allowing space for you to simply be and to receive and to be in the energy of what matters to you. And so you get to meditate, contemplate. Maybe you're saying, like, Jen, I don't even know. I don't even know anymore what I want. Been there, right? So meditate, get back in touch with you, quiet the outside noise, contemplate what it is you want so that you can be clear in your intentions and you can be clear in what you're wanting to manifest. You know what I mean? And then this card, don't let your past hold you back. That's what I was just sharing, is that, hang on. He's looking at me like, what did I do? I'm like, nothing. Just let's finish this video and then you can play with all the squeaky toys all you want. Don't let your past hold you back. Like, what is the thing that you keep thinking over and over about yourself that doesn't allow you to keep moving forward? What is it that other people have said to you that you have taken on as your truth? That's not really truth. It's fake news. What are the beliefs that you're holding on to about your past, from your past, that doesn't quite match what's happening for you now? You've been doing this healing work. You've been on this self-reflective path. You're not the same person. And also that person's worthy of love. Yes, and you have memory of all your quote unquote F ups. You have memory of all the times that you did when you didn't want to. You have all the memory of the times where you didn't when now you wish you would have. You have memory of all of that. And meditate and contemplate on how to shift that for extracting the lesson. Because once we extract the lesson, then there's less feeling of guilt or shame or, feeling bad about things from the past. Letting it just be like a anchor holding us back there. And it doesn't have to be like that. Like we're blessed either way. And my knowing is that if you're tuned into my energy and you're on my frequency, you're wanting to do big things. You're already doing big things. And the more you step into the healing, the more you step into your leadership and your light, the more you will have memories of the past that will cause you, if you're not, aware, to have fear for the future. And your memories from the past can actually be wisdom when you extract the lessons from your experiences. Now you can apply wisdom for the now and in the future. Like you get to carry the lesson with you forever. And you don't have to identify with the past as a failure or as, shameful or whatever. Like, learn the lesson, extract the lesson, feel thankful for the lesson, embody, embody the lesson. My daughter's about to give birth any day. I'm just glancing real quick. Again, that's how you know it's not AI. No, she said she would call, if her water breaks. So, extract the lessons. Extract the lessons. I love that. And we're still in the full moon energy. Technically, it was last night, but it's like 3 days before, 3 days after. So we're still in that. If you want a little fun extra bonus, like go look up the full moon energy right now, full moon in Cancer, and look at the energy and then see how this even matches that. I get so excited because like I'm reading the card as I'm about to say it to you, and then I just see the correlation, and then I get so I love card readings. This says, "Don't dim to fit in." It kind of rhymes on it. Don't dim to fit in. How are you dimming your light in order to fit in? Oh my goodness. It's a collective reading, and like I know you feel this energy, like, and I feel it too because I'm part of the collective. I'm not like this is a us reading. You feel me? And I'm sitting with this don't dim to fit in. How many times I have shrunk myself because I could sense that people around me were not solid in their footing. And so to shine my brightness, I felt like would trigger them. And I have had evidence that this can be the case. And so there have been times, and sometimes it still tries to come back, knock on the door and say, "Hey, can I visit?" That feeling that's like dim because you're going to stand out and look like a weirdo and you're going to blah, blah, blah. I have had people be triggered when I'm in my power, and it has broken my heart because it's like, you have power too. This isn't a Jen show. Like, I'm not the only one that has access to this power. Like, we all do. And for whatever reason, everybody isn't always there. And so, because we're heart-centered women, because we love to help and love to give, we can fall into the trap of believing that if we dim our light and don't be so in our power, just a little bit, then it'll be more palpable for everyone. It'll be easier for people to digest. It won't be as triggering. It won't be a big bright light shining on your power where it's clear that everybody can see it. And I can tell you firsthand that the people that have made the most impact on my life are people who are boldly in their power. And we get to shift the notion that bold means rude, or bold means mean, or bold means, like thinking everybody else is small. That's not what bold means at all. Bold means I'm scared as hell to show up and speak up, and I'm gonna do it anyway. Bold is I know I'm human. I know I'm gonna F some stuff up, and I'm gonna show up anyway. Bold is I have no idea how this is gonna work out, and this is what path my soul is leading me to take. And so I'm going to be bold and follow the path. That's boldness. Where are you dimming your light? How are you dimming your light so that you fit in? Because here's the thing that I really want us to get. Do we really want to fit in anywhere, anywhere that our most authentic and powerful and brave and brilliant and bold self is not welcomed, celebrated, and loved? Do we really want to fit in there? Do we? Or do we want to call in those that are aligned to our message, our energy, those that are in the healing energy. They're in the self-reflection. They're bringing their own belonging. They're bringing their own love. They're bringing their own self-acceptance. And so they're not intimidated by you. They're not freaking out because you're shining bright because they're like, yes, yes, yes. I see that. I am that. I know that. I love that. I celebrate that. And that is what we're doing. We're not fitting in anymore. We're not fitting in. We're calling in. We're calling in the tribe by being bold and letting our authentic self be out. Like, yeah. Okay, so for the weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, I've got, remember, two of them came out. The Air Guardian Shift Your Perception. We just did that, didn't we? Like we literally, this is why I love card readings. This is so fun to me. And then Lady, Enjoy Growth and Reap Rewards. And she's sitting there with the apples. And I just think that is so symbolic and freaking beautiful. And I love divine feminine energy. Air Guardian, shift your perception. Shift your perception. What we were just talking about, like shift your what in your life right now, what perception is a little bit off where you could just tweak it and shift it. Like if you're gonna make up things in your mind, like you might as well make them fun. You might as well make them something that, feels good. Shift your perception. I was trying to say perspective and perception at the same time. So, lady, enjoy growth and reap rewards. You know, it's really easy sometimes to forget and neglect the work that we have put into self-development, the work that we've put into looking at our crap and facing it and feeling it and transmuting it. It's like, yeah, but I still have X, Y, and Z that I'm wanting to create. Sometimes when I start channeling my nose, it just isn't that weird. Ah, anyhow, excuse me. Again, not AI. But it's like there are moments where I feel like my angels really have had to be like, look, check it out. Check it out. Like this video is gonna be posted on the internet. And there was a version of me that had been like, oh, we got to retake this and just pull different cards or whatever, because I was like so afraid of being judged for my flaws. And now I just like, you know, this is real life. This is real leadership. Everything isn't. So where can you shift your perception? What have you made being you look like? What have you made the thing that your soul is calling you to do right now? That bold leadership energy. The divine feminine standing in her truth and her power is the medicine that is needed on this planet right now. And maybe that's your shift in perception. Maybe we get to realize how valuable the healed and aware and awake and powerful and authentic divine feminine truly is. Maybe that's where we get to shift our perception, to really see our worth and our importance. And then from that place, we get to actually enjoy the growth that we've done and receive the rewards. and receive the rewards. I said awards. Maybe somebody's going to get an award. Wouldn't that be fun? Let me know. And rewards look different. It's not always something that you're going to frame on a wall. It's, you know, over the Christmas holiday, I felt like it felt like a reward. Like I was literally in a moment with people that mean so much to me. And I was experiencing so much joy. Like it wasn't just one thing, it was so many different moments of freaking bliss. And you know me, anybody that has been in my, like I cry, I feel stuff, I feel it so deeply, I cry. And I was holding it in and holding it in and holding it in, and then it just kept getting, I was taking it in, all the joy and abundance in the moment. There were so many things to love in one moment. And then I just started crying, and my daughter, who was sitting next to me, she hugged me and put her arm around me, and she says, "It's the little things, isn't it?" And I looked at her and I said, "The more I live life, the more I realize that these things are the big things. These things are the big things. These moments of just pure joy and bliss." And that moment could not have been possible without the inner work and the growth that I've done. It wasn't even about the people I was with doing the work. It was a result of the work that I have done. And so in that moment, it was like receiving rewards. And my spirit team was just like, "See, Jen, the work is working." Because sometimes we're looking like, I thought that things would look different by now. You know what I mean? I've been dedicated to this path, and I thought things would look different by now, right? Maybe you've never said that. I have said that numerous times, and it's still there in my vocabulary. And now I get to shift my perception, right? Because I have evidence that even as the growth is happening, there's rewards, moments of absolute pure bliss for things that you have set intentions for, things that delight you. So you get to receive that. You get to reap the rewards. Shift your perception on what you think a reward even is. Shift your perception on your ability and worthiness to receive. Shift your perception on how much you're allowed or worthy to receive. Because there is great power. Ah, about to get so emotional, y'all. There is great power in you holding you, you loving you, you accepting you, you looking inward. Like the self-love is the power to change the world. That is the power. It all begins within. And so maybe there's a shift in perception that says, not only do I matter, but I get to come first. I know it feels scary as heck to say that, doesn't it? Or to feel it or to believe that, especially if you have children. And there's stuff to unpack there. But in this moment, what I will say to you, without you being healthy, whole, and complete, and centered, and in love, and in peace, you're not giving what you really want to be given to anyone else in your life. And you may say, Jen, you lost me right there because I've been given everything. I've been given everything to the point that I'm freaking exhausted. And I would say, that's exactly my point. That is exactly my point. We get to love and honor ourselves first. We get to set the example that not only is that okay, it is the way. And as we model and cultivate that, then yeah. And obviously, I mean, obviously, if some stuff is happening in the moment, you're not like, oh, excuse me, I'm meditating. This is my self-love practice. Y'all figure it out. Yeah, okay. But that's not what we're talking about here. Let's be real. We tend to go there because, that feels like dramatic and we like dramatics. But no, every single moment of the day, you get to choose. Am I going to honor myself or not? And it's okay if you don't want to do that. We're not ready to do that. And we don't have a right at that point to get mad at anybody in our world who's not honoring us because everything's a mirror and everything's a reflection. And honoring you doesn't have to look like dishonoring someone else. Where did we come up with this crap? Shift our perception over and over. It's not just a one perception. There's a lot that we're shifting. And good on us for doing that. You know what I mean? Pat yourself on the back, you know? You get to matter. And that is such a beautiful thing to embody and to be an example for the people in your life, especially children. And the kids today, my goodness. Did you see how my light got brighter? I haven't touched anything like when I was talking about the kids today. Did you see how it got brighter? I don't know why I'm tapping into the energy of kids, but I mean, I kind of do because some behind the scenes stuff. But if there are children in your life, invite them in. Invite them in, even if they're two, even if they're three, even if they're four. Invite them in. Talk to them like they're little humans, because that's what they are, and begin to ingrain that. Let them see that it is okay to take time for yourself. Let them see mommy is so much nicer when she does that thing that she does where she sits with her eyes closed. She's a nicer mommy. She's not yelling as much. She's not stressed out. She's not frowning. She's not crying while she's stirring the spaghetti sauce. Invite the children in. Let them see who's got kids. Let me know in the comments because the kids just came through right there. And yeah, the children, I feel myself I feel the energy of children so strong. So invite them in. They're young and not only can they get it, grasp the concept of meditation and mindfulness and, letting ourselves take care of ourselves, intuition, like all of these things, like not only can they get it, but they can benefit from it. Can you imagine? We always say, "Oh, I wish I would have known this years ago." Like, can you imagine being a young kid in today's society and then not having any of these tools? Like, they can get it and they can benefit from it. So I don't know, maybe that's only for just a few of y'all, but I felt that so strong. So whoever has the kiddos, let them in. Let them in, okay? What a beautiful reading. What a beautiful reading to start the year. I'm sending y'all so much love and appreciation. Thank you for being the type of human that shows up and cares about things that matter. Thank you for being a human who's willing to love yourself so that you can effectively love others. Thank you for being a human who cares about children and about the earth and the animals and about love and harmony and peace. Mm. Celebrate yourself. All right. I love y'all. See you next week.